morning once again. This is Tim Williams, and we're going to continue our study of the armor of God, keeping our eyes on Jesus, walking with God. And today we are going to look at the shoes that we're supposed to wear. What kind of shoes do you wear? That could be a wide range of topic, because we have shoes for many different occasions. There are what people call dancing shoes, working shoes, professional shoes, athletic shoes, and in each of that topic of shoes, there's multitude of different types of shoes in those categories. Ballerina shoes are not the same as tap dancing shoes. Athletic shoes could be anywhere from just a casual athletic shoe, what we just call an umbrella, a tennis shoe, or a basketball shoe where they wear high tops, or a running shoe that's made specifically for running, lightweight and very easy arch support. So you see, there's different kinds of work shoes, or different kinds of shoes. Even work shoes are different kinds of work shoes. But when you look at the armor of God, what type of shoe do you think you should be wearing? Because it does matter on what type of shoe we wear. Whenever we talk about shoes today, we usually just have 2 or 3 pairs, maybe a work pair, depending on what kind of work you do. You either have what we call dress shoes for professional, or maybe a work boot if you're a blue-collar worker. Same way for anything else. But the Christian only has one pair of shoes. Only one type of shoe. And that shoe is in the category of peace. Now, why is it important that we know that we must wear shoes of peace? Well, just think about this. Even though we are in a spiritual warfare, even though we need our armor of God, and each piece of armor has a specific purpose for us to carry out what we need to do, our shoes is the same way. Shoes gives a person mobility. You ever seen a person that's walked 2 or 3 miles or more without wearing shoes? Unless they've done this for a period of time over and over again and it made calluses on their feet are usually torn up and they long for a pair of shoes. Shoes gives us the ability to go places. I think that's one reason why the father, when the prodigal son came back, gave him a pair of shoes, a new pair of shoes. It meant that he had freedom, if you will. He had mobility, he had liberty. Well, God gives us a pair of shoes so we can go. In fact, that's why we are to wear our shoes, so that we can go, but we go in peace. You see, there are combat shoes. And I'm sure there's, underneath an umbrella of combat shoes, are multiple pairs or styles or purposes of combat shoes. Never been in the military, so I do not know. But I know people that have, and if you ask them, I'm sure they'll tell you that there's different types of combat shoes that you are to wear in certain areas. I do know there is a desert combat boot because, well, that's where we're at right now. And it has a purpose in itself while protecting the soldier's feet. But our shoes are of peace. Now, if we're at war, it sounds strange to be wearing shoes of peace. But you see, that's what we're to go in. Peace. Wherever we go, we are to preach a word. In fact, what we are to preach is reconciliation. Paul talks about that in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, 18 through 20. That we are to go and to preach the message of reconciliation. That through Christ, God is reconciling the world to Himself. And if we don't wear our shoes of peace, if we wear a different kind of shoe, will we be going in peace? What if we wore shoes of hate, or shoes of discontent, or shoes of indifference? Well, it's not peace, is it? And all those different types of shoes may reflect on how someone may take us or not take us, accept us or not accept us, if you will. So our shoes are important to you and I. And it's something that we need to think about every morning when we get up and we put on our armor of God, just like we should and should be putting on as we put on our clothes to wear every day. What type of shoes are you putting on being a Christian? Are you putting on your shoes of peace to go in peace, to preach the message of reconciliation? Or are you putting on just any pair of shoes that fancies you at the time? Maybe shoes of anger, injustice, maybe shoes of, like I said, hatred or indifference. Shoes of peace. It's what we must wear, and it's part of our armor. I hope that you are doing good. I hope that you are healthy. And I hope that soon, again, that we can see each other in person. And I hope that you are enjoying this series, and I pray that this will help you in your everyday life. Until next time, thank you.